Hi, I'm Michael Day, teacher, nature photographer, and traveler. This video is about the daunting beauty of Snowy Range. At the end of the video, there is a slide with some information about my blog and how to contact me. If you'd like to see other videos, hit that little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Thanks for watching. Visiting Snowy Range never fails to captivate feelings of awe and remembrance. Awe because of its sheer beauty. Granite rock faces that rise 1,000 feet from sparkling lakes below. And remembrance because it was on its rock face, just 20 feet below the southeast side of Medicine Bow Peak, that United Flight 409 crashed in 1955. Killing all 66 people on board. At the time, the deadliest airline crash in the history of commercial aviation in the U.S. We'll briefly explore both the beauty of the range, my favorite hike, and visit the memorial dedicated to those who died in the crash, where debris from the crash site still remains. Snowy Range is part of the Medicine Bow Mountains, located 41 miles west of Laramie, on the summit of Wyoming Highway 130, also known as the Snowy Range Scenic Byway. Generally, sections of this road close leading up the pass when snow buildup arrives by late October, and remains closed until Memorial Day weekend, over 6 months each year. During May, when snow is cleared from the road, drifts can nudge 10 feet. As the viewer might imagine, the area is called Snowy Range because snow remains on sections of peaks throughout the year and can occur throughout the year. The elevation of the town of Laramie is roughly 7,200 feet. The highest point on the scenic byway is 11,000 feet at the observation site on Libby Flats. The highest peak of Snowy Range is Medicine Bow Peak, a bit over 12,000 feet. As mentioned earlier, generally Snowy Range is only accessible 5 months each year. During winter months, some hardy visitors do approach this rugged and awfully extremely cold and windy area via snowmobile or on skis, and each year a few lives are lost trying to do so. So, come the Friday beginning the long and eagerly awaited Memorial Day weekend, numerous travelers seek Highway 130 and venture up the recently snow-cleared roads to Libby Flats, located near a parking pullout just off the road, for a long look around. From Libby Flats, the road begins a gradual descent to a few of the lovely lakes located on the eastern side of the range. But first, and well worth a visit, the traveler finds an excellent overlook pullout, where there is both a superb display describing and identifying the area that makes up Snowy Range, and a small memorial plaque to the passengers and crew of United Flight 409, who perished on Medicine Bow Peak October 6, 1955. By now, the traveler may realize that a number of distinguishable mountains make up Snowy Range. Sugarloaf and Browns Peak to the north, a cluster of dramatic peaks to the south, with names such as Schoolhouse Rock, The Diamond, and Old Main, and Medicine Bow Peak itself, occupying its own rather formidable presence as the centerpiece of Snowy Range. Travelers often continue their road trip with brief visits to Mirror Lake and Lake Marie. An impressive view of the southern peaks is available at Mirror Lake. Views of Snowy Range from Lake Marie, elevation about 10,000 feet, are postcard quality. So, in addition to satisfying a rite of spring passage, seeing the majestic mountain peaks still covered in snow, perhaps providing guests who seldom see snow an opportunity to make snow angels, and wonderful hiking, which we'll return to shortly. What are other attractions that draw visitors to Snowy Range, referred to as the Snowies by locals? Two attractions come quickly to mind: wildlife and wildflowers. Visitors to the Snowies, especially in early morning, and once snow is cleared from sides of the highway, are often treated to moose sightings. Numerous times I've seen these majestic animals. A mature male can weigh close to 1,000 pounds and stand 7.5 feet at the shoulders. And when stopped at Libby Flats and ascending the stairs to the observation site on a sunny morning or even a sunny afternoon, visitors should be especially aware of the rocky outcrops below, where they'll often see yellow-belly marmots sunning themselves. In the Snowies, marmots are encountered wherever granite boulders are common, even at the summit of Medicine Bow Peak. And then there are the beautiful wildflowers, especially when at full bloom in late July and early August. My favorites are the exquisite glacier lilies and marsh marigolds, among the first to appear as snow melts. The always striking and abundant Rocky Mountain columbine, and the old man of the mountain, the alpine sunflower. One day I plan to do an entire YouTube video on Rocky Mountain wildflowers. Now, for my favorite hike. Many routes are available to Snowy Range hikers. My favorite is the 7-mile loop, beginning and ending at Lake Marie. The hike ascends the southeast side of the Snowy Range, above the iconic cluster of peaks, Schoolhouse Rock, the Diamond, and Old Main, with wonderful views from the south of northern peaks and lakes. About a mile up the trail, the hiker also begins to get excellent views of the western side of the range, including Elk Mountain, some 50 miles away. After 2.5 miles, the trail separates, with the summit of Medicine Bow Peak a few hundred yards above and to the east. The view from the peak is spectacular, worth a long stay. It's during the descent the most challenging sections of the hike occur. First, there is a series of large boulders to navigate, then a series of rather steep switchbacks, but the views are amazing. Distance to the valley below is a bit over a mile, but the hiker needs to be careful. A note to self: never begin this hike in the afternoon. Frequently storms suddenly occur with strong winds, rain, and lightning. The hiker does not want to be anywhere on the mountain when they occur. The downward part of the hike ends at the valley floor and the juncture of the Lewis Lake and Lakes trails. The through hiker continues south on the Lakes Trail. Distance now to the Lake Marie parking area where the hike began is a bit over 2 miles. The Lakes Trail is a beautiful hike. Seasonal ponds, lovely outlook lake, and the west side of Mirror Lake, and finally the northern shoreline of Lake Marie. It's also from this trail the hiker can first clearly view the 1955 crash site of United Flight 409, and from a distance of about a half a mile away can barely pick out a flag-draped memorial dedicated to the victims of the tragedy. Binoculars help a lot. Just prior to arriving at the parking area of Mirror Lake, the hardy hiker can traverse about a 1/4 mile of boulders to reach both the memorial and the man-made rock slide that still exposes debris from the wreckage of the crash.
Right here. This is spark plug lead right here.
Yeah.
So the way this would have worked, this would have been, this was mounted onto the airplane, and then these were the actual engine mounts, and these got, I think there's some rubber bushings in here that absorb some of the shock.
We end with a brief collection of photos and short videos as a final tribute to the daunting beauty of Snowy Range. At the end of the video, there is a slide with a link to my blog. If you saw a photo you liked and wished a copy, visit my blog at michael-day.org, where you can contact me. The blog address may also be a useful site for those who would like to further examine the link between adult education, wonder, curiosity, adventure, and travel. Happy travels.